Somebody's standing right there. Man, what an awesome person. Pardon me, sir. I'm going to get around you real quick. I'm going to try not to run you over, buddy. I'm not paying attention. Anyway, hey, thought of an amazing analogy. I really just felt like the Lord was talking to me about it. And if I feel led, I'll probably share this. If not, then I'll hold back and wait to release it. But pretty much, I have been a raver for quite a few years, since 2014. You can do the math on whatever that is. And I know that there are many ravers that I know, many people in my community that may know this about concerts and about tickets, festivals, all that kind of stuff. And that is that tickets can be expensive. Tickets can be expensive. And some clubs can get expensive when you're paying to go see certain artists. And that's just the thing about it. It's cool. But it's worth it, right? It's worth it to go and do the thing. It's worth it to go and have a good time. And I absolutely feel that. I've been to so many different concerts. I've seen Deadmau5 live, and that was really fun. I've seen Must Die and Space Laces. That was absolutely great. I had a really good time doing that because that's actually one of my favorite artists, Space Laces. And so I, just want to kind of put that out there is that, it's not that I've not been to shows. I've actually been to quite a few. I love Raven. I love that kind of stuff. But I wanted to kind of put this thing in perspective for you. Have you ever bought a ticket, a third-party ticket? Some of them work, sometimes they don't. Or maybe you've tried to buy it from somebody online and they're like, yeah, I'll get it to you. And then, they scam you and you lose money, right? Unfortunately, that sucks. And so you're like, well, cool. Now, how do you know that happens? Because you go to the bouncer or you go to the front desk and you're like, here's my ticket. And you show them the ticket, they're scanning it, they're like, hey, this is not a good ticket. Do you have another way for us to see it, right? So they're trying to scan it and you've been scammed, you know what I'm saying? Because the ticket's not working. Or, you didn't buy the ticket. Maybe you didn't buy the ticket and you're like, hey, I'm going up here to see my favorite artist. And they're like, where's your ticket? Oh, no, don't worry. He know me personally. And obviously the bouncers ain't gonna let you in. People ain't gonna let you in. Most of the time, generally speaking. So your ticket's not working. They're not letting you in because you don't actually know the person, And the person's not, the artist isn't there to vouch for you. The DJ's not there to vouch for you. And so you're like, what gives? I got here. It took me a whole 2 hours just to get here to find parking. And you're not even gonna let me in? He knows me. This artist knows me. I know his cousin, Or I bought this ticket from this third party, even though they specifically say don't buy from third party, but you did it anyway because you thought you could cheap out. You thought you could do that, and it didn't work. And you're like, crap, it didn't work. What happened? And so they're not letting you in, and you're like, you're gonna miss the show. It's one of your favorite artists, and you're gonna miss the show because you bought from a third third party, I'm sorry. And that sucks. And now you're like, man, what do I do? And it's unfortunate. And you're turned away and you're like, now what do I do? Now you're trying to do everything you can to go and get in there. And there's just no way. You can't get in. Now you've missed out on the only time seeing this artist, and boom. So that sucks, right? So hear me out with this. I'm driving, so I'm kind of formulating this and trying to remember everything. But a lot of people believe that they have the ticket to heaven. They have the ticket. Especially Christians too. They believe that they have this ticket. They're like, hey, I've got the ticket. I know Jesus. I know Jesus. I've got the ticket. And yeah, God knows me. God knows me. God knows my heart. And I'm getting to heaven. Many people have this belief and have that thought. Many people are, hey, let me do this. Let me feed these homeless people. Let me be a good person. And God's going to let me in. He's got to let me in because I'm a good person. Hopefully you see where I'm getting. Hopefully you see where I'm going. What am I saying? No amount of good works is going to let you into heaven. No amount of good works is going to get you closer to Jesus. You know, because there is something about having a pure heart, a true heart of repentance, a turning around, a 360. That is not, it's not even a getting in kind of thing. It's just being close to Christ, being close to Jesus, being with him, being present with him. Relationship. Some of us are saying, hey, I've got relationship with this guy. I know him. But what does that look like? Does it look like I like all his posts on Instagram? Like, let's bounce back to the artist. When you say I've got relationship with this guy, is it just because you're liking posts? Is it because you're just sharing their posts and they reposted your post once or twice? They comment back every now and then? Or do you personally know them? Do you spend time with them? Have you called them? You know? Oh, the car trying to stop. You know, some people are trying to work. And it's like, well, I can't really work because no matter what work I can do, it's not going to buy the ticket. That's not what pays for the ticket. Good works don't pay for the ticket. So what am I talking about? What am I saying? This is pretty much what I'm saying and what I'm getting at. You cannot earn your way into heaven. It's already stated in the Word. Jesus already said it in the Word. He is the way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to God, the Father, but through Jesus Christ. How do we get through Jesus Christ? Here's how we do it. Remembering and believing what Jesus did, which was dying and then the third day raising up again, and believing that, not just of like literally like, oh, you know, I read it, I believe it. No, actually believing it in your heart as well as in here, believing it and professing it. You can't really profess something you don't believe in. Well, I guess you could profess something you don't believe in, but do you really believe that then? Are you really intimate with that knowledge? Are you really intimate with that information? We can say things all day. I know this guy. But do you know him for real? And so that is my heart cry, and my heart posture is for people to know Jesus Christ, especially within the raving community, especially within the EDM community. Every community, really, but especially in there. And I just want to kind of get on here and encourage you in that. So, yeah, believe in Jesus. He is the only way. He is the truth. He is the way, and he is the light of the world. And he is life. He is the bread of life. Feed on him and you'll never be hungry. Drink of him and you'll never be thirsty again. He's absolutely real and he absolutely loves you. He's the real deal, man. You don't have to work for his love, because he said, freely I give, freely you can receive. You know? He didn't die in hopes that they better work for this. No, he's already done the work. He already went to the cross. He defeated death on the cross. And so with that, I just want to encourage you and ask you, like, have you turned to Jesus today? Have you repented? Do you believe? You know, if you haven't, comment below. I'll walk you through the process. I'll give you my number if you'd like. And let's do it together. And I just feel like people can really reach out these days. The internet's made it so easy for people to reach out and build more relationship with. And I just want to encourage anyone that hasn't been born again to be born again. What does born again mean? It means believing on Jesus for real. You know, being rewashed, not just in the physical, but really in the spirit. And I just want to encourage everybody to trust and believe in Jesus Christ, because he is the way, the truth, and life. Yeah, he's coming back soon, but let's believe like he's coming back 100 years from now. And let's live like he might be back tomorrow. And I just want to get on here and shout out to the rave community, to the EDM community. Y'all are awesome. And y'all have changed my life and my perspective of life. But Jesus is still the way. And so, I mean, that's really it. So like, share, comment below, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you later. Peace. Peace out. We're evangelizing tonight, so I'm kind of excited about that. So, peace.